I think it's really infantile, the way people carry on about it. Like, people act like the story is ruined if you're told about anything about the...
Yeah.
If your psyche is so fragile that the only reason that you like watching a story, the only reason that you watch film, that you watch TV show or whatever, the only enjoyment you can get from it is
the surprise factor.
Yeah, the surprise factor. Like I cannot fathom just watching something just for the surprise factor. Like, sometimes there have been shows that I've only watched because someone has told me the plot twist, and I'm like, okay, actually that sounds really interesting.
There's this sort of thing I think we do about when we talk about like spoilers. Oh, don't spoil me or whatever. Is we either make this assumption that the spoilers can only be plot points. For example, right? Like, character A dies, which is a plot point, sure.
Yeah.
But there's spoilers to, I guess, other things like thematic points or your interpretation. Which, if it is your interpretation, then the other person might not interpret it that way, and it's not a spoiler then.
Well, that's exactly it.
I've had things where even you talked about something, and I didn't really feel that same way about the thing. Mm-hmm. When I watched the show eventually, maybe I was even watching it currently. When I got to that point, I was like, well, I don't feel necessarily the same way. So you have a different perspective.
Well, yeah, that's it. Like, it could be a scene where it's like, this scene which does this, it's like represents. It feels like this, and then you watch it with that in mind, but then you have a different. You're like, wait,
no, I don't feel that. Like, that didn't seem that way to me. Yeah.
Yeah, which is completely...
bunks the idea of spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, yeah, it's a really good point. Yeah, that it's only concerning plot points. And, again, it goes back to that thing of, like, it's only... the only reason you watch films is because of the surprise of the details of the story. I have a friend, right, who's, like... It's the epitome of, like, so anti-spoilers.
Yeah.
So anti-spoilers. Like, I remember... This was absolutely hilarious. Like, on one level, it's a bit of a dick move... But when I was at university, a professor was trying to make a plot point about a story and about predictability, and how, it was actually making this exact point we're making, and how, like, you got to set up a foregone conclusion, basically, that the audience is sort of expecting, right, from the very beginning.
Right.
And he used Breaking Bad as an example, because he said, it's like, because, everyone, the finale had just come out a couple weeks ago.
Walter has cancer.
Yeah, but he said, like, he said, oh, everyone knew that he was going to die, and everyone went, oh, what's wrong, why'd you do that? And my friend actually walked out of class.
Gasp. What?
Yeah, my friend, like, stormed out of class in a huff, and I was just like, one, he's correct.
Are you still friends?
Yeah, we're still friends.
Yeah, he is correct, though. Everyone saw it coming.
Well, that's it. It's about a dude who's dying of cancer. That's the whole fucking premise.
It literally is. They said at the beginning, the first episode, that he's going to die.
And he says, like, he doesn't
die by cancer, but yeah.
He doesn't say how he dies and what situation he dies, what the development of the plot is when he dies.
The atmosphere of what the tone of the scene is.
Yeah, does anyone else... does anyone else die with him? What does he die for? What does he die of?
I can't remember his name.
Like, all of the... What, Jesse?
Yeah. Jesse, yeah.
Yeah. Like, all of the actual details, and the reason that you watch the story, you don't know. But the fact that, he dies, spoilers. Who gives a fucking shit?
The spoiler is always, it's typically, character A dies, right?
Yeah.
But
so
how does he die? Because that's literally so different. Yeah. Like, every death is different.
It is always like, this character dies, and that's the biggest thing. And it's like, spoilers... everyone dies.
Most people die, yeah. Most stories feature death.
Wait, Gil.
Yeah.
Would you say most people die? Do you know people who don't die?
Oh, yeah, you meant in real life.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Most people die, not Brian. Not Brian. Brian's, he's different.
Oh, yeah, he's different,
He got the big dick energy potion, so he'll be living for a while. He puts epic wind sauce on all his meals, so... that sustains him enough to keep going.
Christ.
Yeah, I wonder what epic wind sauce tastes like.
Horse semen.
I think it's horse semen.
Yeah. And
you answered immediately, like worryingly immediately. Why not horse semen? This exact same friend, I would say things like, I'd be trying to recommend a movie to him or a show to him, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it's really cool. Oh, there's a really great plot twist. And he'd be like, oh, spoilers.
Would you say it like that? Just there was a plot
that's
twist.
It. There's a plot twist. There's a great plot twist that you need to watch out for, and it's like
you don't know what, like you don't know what or when.
Yeah, you don't know what or when or how or why or any WH question word. It runs contradictory even to the idea of not wanting to be spoiled because you're upset that you know there's going to be a surprise. But the reason that you don't want to be spoiled is because you want the surprise. And it's a catch-22, and I'm just like, dude, just calm down. Accept the fact that media is more about the fucking plot summary on Wikipedia. If it was more than that, then people wouldn't have emotional attachments.
That's exactly it too. It's like the spoiler culture has a worrying thing to it, right? Because if we say, "Oh, well, this is a spoiler," then like, what else is spoiler? Everything can be a spoiler, and it's the point where like, oh, the plot summary on Wikipedia can be a spoiler,
or the blurb on the back of the DVD, right? Or the back of the box,
or even a tagline on a poster.
Yeah, like at what point does it stop being a spoiler? Because like if you're trying to tell someone, most people when you try and recommend something, you say, "Oh, here's a movie," "Oh, have you seen Blade Runner?" And they'll be like, "No, I never actually did. What's it about?" Yeah. It's like, what if you say, "Oh, well, there's a character called Deckard." Spoilers. Yeah, like
fuck, dude.
Like at what point?
It's said in the future.
Oh shit, dude. Fuck, really?
In the future now.
Really? No, not anymore. But like,
it was at the time, yeah.
Oh, he hunts replicants. Dude, stop.
He hunts artificial
what the
humans.
Fuck, dude?
Yeah, what the fuck? You can't spoil that.
Yeah, and like, where's the point? Like, people arbitrarily said it, up until the end of the first act? Well, you don't know. Like, plot twists can happen anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
At what point do you stop? At what point is it safe to be like, okay, this is a blurb and a summary, and this is spoilers?
All the ghosts were like, Harry, you gotta come. Oh, no, that scene where like all the ghosts.
I know
come
you meant.
Or whatever.
I know you meant in as in with us, kind of.
No.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I meant sexually.
Yeah, sexually.
That's what, yeah.
Harry, you must come. Ejaculate right now.
Is it jerk off instructional through ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must pull out your other wand, Harry. That is
part,
how
though,
you can defeat Voldemort.
His parents come.
Yeah, that part where he pulls out his dick and comes on Voldemort. That's my favorite.